I am definitely more into sports that now that I kind of have to be around it with work, but I do love following it as well. So
Would you get into more of like you would leave the hosting entertainment side to do a lot more maybe commentary?
yeah, I do think so. I'm getting more comfortable learning, being on headset, and now that I have the earpiece, I didn't have it last season. So now that I have it and I could hear all the calls and I could hear all the stats and I could hear.
So you would do play-by-play?
Yeah, I understand that. So it's like that's something that I'm gaining confidence in, if the opportunity ever comes knocking on my door, I would happily accept it. So I do love and totally love being immersed in the entertainment aspect of it. But if there's ever an opportunity to take my career, more into the serious side of things, that's something I would accept and love to be a part of too.
Well, color commentators add more like entertaining flavor to the broadcast anyway, so that would be a good outlet for you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone hiring, let me know. Yeah.
Do you listen to sports talk radio at all?
Sometimes, not really. I'm actually going to admit that when I listen to a podcast, and it's My Favorite Murder.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard of it. Not sure. I mean, I don't know if you have actually, but it's pretty popular.
I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I love wrestling too. My friend actually has a podcast, Mike Janela. It's the Mike Janela Show, and I was happy to be a part of that as well.
You're a wrestling fan?
Yeah,
Hold
I am
the
a
phone.
wrestling fan.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, no, I like
Sweet.
wrestling, and I actually grew up watching wrestling, but no one in my family did. Like, this was a love that I completely took on by myself, that I would just fully immerse myself in, like Monday Night Raw. Like, I love the girls. I thought they were so, I don't know, just something about me as a young girl with sisters, seeing these strong women like being so empowering and like showing how strength is sexy, and I was like, I'm so into that, My family member is a wrestler. She is what's her name, Loca or something. So she was kind of a famous wrestler back in like the 90s, early 2000s. So I kind of had that from that love and appreciation from just having a family member who was immersed in it.
What's your background? Where does the Melendez name come from?
Puerto Rico.
Me too.
Yeah. See?
Wrestling is very popular with Latinos.
Yeah, for sure. And she's Spanish too. She's fully, I think, Puerto Rican, and I don't know her mix, but she's from definitely my Spanish side of the family. And it's just so funny because we're all very like, that side of the family's into it. But growing up, when I would watch, Monday Night Raw and Thursday night all the time, and I would like
SmackDown.
SmackDown, and I'd call my friend and be like, "Are you watching wrestling?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm watching wrestling."
Do you still watch now?
We would talk about it. Not as much. I still follow some of the lines. Of course, I got a little bit girlier when I grew up, so I followed like, Total Bella, Total Divas, and the Bellas, and all that stuff. So I think they're really awesome.
Well, women in wrestling, especially in WWE now, is
they're badass, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, and I guess I've just always been a feminist and didn't know the word until younger, but being like, wow, until I got older. But when I was younger, I was just like, wow, this is so badass. Like, if they can do this and, like, really make a name for themselves in this industry, and, anyone could really do it if they have the grit and they have the passion to do so. So
you could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
don't know if I'd want to be a wrestler.
No.
But...
Like, you could be. I can see you being a ring announcer.
Yeah, definitely.
You could do. I can see you doing color.
Yeah, for sure.
Backstage interviews, because everything you're doing with the Nets, that happens in WWE.
Yeah, like Kathy Kelly, she does a lot of the stuff for them, and I follow her, and she's just so cool. Like, I just love everything she does and her style.
She's one of my favorites there, as far as like the backstage interviewers.
Yeah. She's really, really cool. And so following her and seeing what she does is kind of, it's empowering, because I do what she does on a smaller scale, and I've noticed a lot of her interview skills, or the way she, talks and has these conversations with the wrestlers, is what I do when I have those interviews with people. We have a very similar style, so I'm like, it's cool. She's doing it on a larger scale, and I'm doing it. It just makes me feel like I could get there.